Hey guys, Big Rat 310's back again with a video that I've been wanting to make for a while now. Over the past few days, people have been expressing their gripes with how people say they're not a pro wrestling fan and just an analyst, or how people say that they should have been recommended by Truslayer. I've seen all many types of videos. Not to add more fuel to the fire, but really I think this video has to be made not just for myself, but a bunch of other people whose links will be in the description box. Now, too young, too easily influenced. I've been getting comments ever since January of 2009 when I first got on here saying, you're too young, you're too easily influenced by other people's opinions, you don't know anything about wrestling because you're too young. And while it is true, I am only, as of right now, 16 years old, I have studied wrestling for a very, very, very long time now. I'm already past the age where I can't grow out of it. I can't grow out of... I've spent too much money. I've invested too much of my time into wrestling that it's past the point where I can just grow out of it. I've grown out of a lot of things. A lot of things. Wrestling was never it. I first saw wrestling when I was 7 years old, and I'm addicted to it this day. There are a lot of young guys on here who haven't even been watching that long, but still are addicted to it this day. People get embarrassed whenever I point out someone's flaws in a comment, or I say how someone's not really telling the right things, or when I kind of make a better point or shoot someone down, the other person, if they're in their mid-20s, gets a little embarrassed, gets a little like they feel like their masculinity has been lowered. That's the problem with society these days. If you lose, do anything wrong, look like an idiot, and being shown up by someone who's younger than you, or in that span, I think after the age 23, really age doesn't matter, old or younger, but until that age, if someone younger than you outshines you, you feel a little embarrassed, especially someone like me who's only 16. You feel embarrassed and you feel upset. You shouldn't. I don't care if you've been watching wrestling for 20 years. 20 years. I'm not going to brag here, but if you say something very, very stupid, I can tell that probably myself and a few other people who only watch for a very little time probably know more than you. It doesn't matter how long you've been watching wrestling. That means jack shit. It matters how much you've invested into the business, learned from the business, seen from the business to make good points and all that. I got a few comments yesterday and a few messages from people after Truslayer's plug, thank you for that by the way again, who told me, I'm not going to subscribe to you because you're too young. The best example is there's one on my page, one who actually commented on my page, who actually said, I'm not going to subscribe to you because you're too young. I don't care if people don't want to subscribe. I don't care if you unsubscribe. Well, I care about your opinion. I care about that you like the feedback on my videos, but if you hate them and you want to unsubscribe, hey, more power to you. But to say, and then also, me and Kyle456 have been in a little battle again, and he actually ended his argument saying, and I quote, I'm not losing my temper. I just feel that you are a little too young and you are a little too easily influenced by the people. You feed off of the internet and run to elitists like Dave Meltzer and idiots like Brian Alvarez for validation. You can't see things for yourself. Okay. I've always prided myself on saying what I thought was the truth, giving my opinions, my beliefs. You guys all think that I copy my ratings from Meltzer and all that. Bullshit. I'll tell you right now. All those ratings, some say I copy from Sanders Robin. Bullshit. They're all my ratings on what I feel. Whatever I say is what I believe. No one has the same beliefs. I've always considered myself a very unorthodox shooter. Who else has said that the Randy Orton John Cena match for Breaking Point, which I thought was kind of bad? Who else thought that the Abyss McFoley match for Mount Glory I thought was actually good? Who else thought that both the Raw Impacts from March 8th were horrible? Who else thought that both of them from January 4th sucked? I'm the only person who's had these unconventional beliefs. And because I point someone that they're wrong, a lot of people still have the fucking nerve to say I'm too young and too easily influenced by others. These comments had been... I usually just let them go. It's been a year and a quarter around now. And quite honestly, I just can't take it anymore. I'm here to say this now. If you can't debate with me maturely, that's right. I'm throwing it at you guys, and you guys are commented that I'm too young. Like, I'm not talking cob here. There's many other people that do that. I've had many mature debates with several people, and their links will be in the description box. And yes, they're all young shooters. That's the point. First one, Trademark 629, possibly my closest friend on here. I remember he, no joke. He was like the fourth person I ever subscribed to. I don't think you guys know that. Like, after Armin, Instant Classic 8, Radius 2X, and Coffee no, not even those two. Armin, Instant Classic V8, Instant Classic 8, Coffee Ninja V8, the Botchamania channel, the Lame Moments Wrestling channel. I subscribed to him. I remember seeing his Final Resolution review on his old channel, New York Sports Freak. And I really liked his videos. And he was part of the incentive for me to kind of get on here. I'm not going to say he was the reason. But, you know, I saw how he made his videos. I saw how others made their videos. And it kind of got me motivated in January to make them. And then I messaged him. I told him to get on Skype. He got on Skype. And we've been talking ever since. January of 2009. I really like his videos. And he's one of the most intelligent guys on here, and he doesn't get the credit for it. So I'm going to tell you all, for the 1 millionth time, I'm plugging him. Sub to Trademark 629. One of the most intelligent guys on here. Next up, BW Punk 23. BW Punk 23 has been watching wrestling for 2.5 years. And oh my god, is this kid smart. This kid is really smart. I was really impressed by his videos. He's only been watching TNA since September. So maybe, yes, maybe his facts aren't all there. I don't agree with everything he says. But for the most part, I think the guy's pretty smart. And he had close to 1,000 subs in his old channel, Mr. WWE Update. And for whatever reason, he decided to close it and decided that he could eliminate all his dead subs. First of all, you're going to get dead subs anyways. Every channel has them. I do not have 960 people who watch my videos. I get around 500, 600 to 700 if I'm lucky. So yeah. But anyways, he's a very smart guy. I don't agree with everything he says. I don't necessarily watch all his videos. I had a good argument with him too. We had a very mature debate. Never got out of hand. We made some good points. And yeah, about the RVD situation. You know, we kind of came to a consensus at the end that RVD, like he believed that Hogan and Sting is the focus right now. RVD isn't the focus right now. What I said was, like, this is after a long debate. Well, if RVD isn't the focus right now, then why did you sign him? That's all I'm saying. Unless you want to reap from his success and pop a rating, but you didn't, or pop a buy rate, but you're not going to because you have not been advertising him and he's not been booked at any shows that I know of. I don't think he's on Destination X. So they didn't advertise him or anything, so really it was just a complete waste if they're not going to use him right now. Such a shame. But he's a very intelligent person. And I think that you should go subscribe to PW Punk 23. Survivor Series 07. I've had many conflicts with this guy in the past. But he knows that is a close friend of mine. I actually threatened to close my account if people didn't subscribe to my video. I kind of regret making because it kind of felt like blackmail. But I did do it. He is very intelligent. He makes crazy rants that I will admit I was never a fan of because I made him look like an idiot and I thought he was a lot smarter than that. And he went back to making some of his more regular videos and I thought his most recent videos are awesome. They're really good. I've unsubscribed and resubscribed to him a million times, but I'm going to re-plug him again. Also, guy I've plugged a lot. Survivor Series 07. Ticket fan for Life 1419. One of my closest friends on here as well. Very smart. Actually a very good indie fan. He's growing into one. You know, he reviewed Glory by Honor. He picked up a few ROH DVDs. He's gonna review PWG Kurt WrestleMania. You know, he's developing into a more well-rounded shooter. He's open to suggestions. He's Dragging It as well. All these guys watch Dragging It, I think. He's open to suggestions. Very intelligent guy. Also a guy who hasn't been watching WB for that long, but for how long he's been watching, knows quite a bit. So yeah, please subscribe to Ticket Fan for Life 1419. Out of this whole list, I'm sorry for forgetting other young shooters. I know I am, but these are young people that are coming to mind right now. I really apologize. Out of this list, everyone has been watching WWE for 3 years or less, except Survivor Series 07. But he was kind of a casual fan until 2009, so I'll say it was kind of the same. And these guys are smarter than a lot of the people on here. I truly believe that. I mean, they don't know a lot. They haven't expanded their horizons as much as they could. But for what they have, and for how much they have learned, they've learned quite a lot. And they're articulate in their points. They stand by what they say. And they really do know a lot about the business. I mean, obviously they don't know that much about these indie promotions, but they're getting to that. These guys are all really smart, and I trust their videos in every single way. So yeah, even though they might know all the basic facts about wrestling, they do know how to interpret a situation and how to use it in the right way, which I think is more important. Please subscribe to all 4 of these shooters. They're all very, very smart. As for those who say that I'm too young, like I said, I've been studying the business for 7 years now. I'm pretty sure I know a good portion of the ins and outs of it, for the most part. Not the whole business. I know I don't know that much. I don't know that much about anything pre-1980, I'll be honest. I know a little of something pre-1990. I know a good portion of WWE and a lot of NWA and WCCW, and I'm missing a promotion I can't remember. But I don't know that much in Puro and Lucha, and I know that, and I'm trying to get better accustomed to that. So really, it does not matter how old you are. It matters how much time. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you watch wrestling for 20 years or for 2 years. It matters how much time you put into the business, how you analyze things, and ultimately just how intelligent you can be, and how you can look at a situation and grasp it. That's why I recommend all these shooters right there. I might plug some more in the past. Thank you for all new subscribers, and I'll get back to making more regular videos. I'm Big Red 310. I'm out, guys.